this game is actually better than Genshin Impact. Now at first glance, this game looked kinda trash, and you might think, bro, this looked like a low-budget mobile game. I mean, yeah, the graphics are simple, the animations are basic, nothing flashy. So how is it better than Genshin Impact? Let me explain. And before you roast me in the comments saying this game looked trash, no, it's not because of graphics, it's not because it looks better, but because having fun is more important than having good graphics. And this game proves that. Let me introduce to you to this hidden gem, Epic Conquest 2. Just like Genshin Impact, it is an anime-style action RPG with an open world, and it used to be on PC at one point, on Steam. But now it's mainly available on Android and iOS because most of the players are mobile gamers. So the developer just decided to fully focus it as a mobile game. Now here's the thing that I really love about this game. It actually focuses on low and budget devices. Unlike Genshin Impact where you need a very powerful gaming devices, for this one you don't need $1,000 gaming device because it runs smoothly on weak devices. Meanwhile Genshin Impact, it drains your battery faster than you getting a chance to jog off to one of those hot characters that you just pulled. Anyway, it also heats up your phone and it still struggles to hit those 60 FPS. But this game, smooth, light, and simple. Elegante. It also has an offline mode where you can play offline anytime, even when your mom turns off your Wi-Fi. But I recommend it to play it online because it gives extra reward and loot bonuses. Capiche? Now, let's talk about the main reason that motivates me to play this game, and that is the story. I have to say though, it is well written. Unlike Genshin, you do not need like an adventure rank to progress the main story, which actually helps to focus on the main storyline without getting distracted by so many side quests where I got lost, confused, forgotten. What was the main story again? I don't know. And that is one of the reasons why I quit Genshin. But anyway, also in Genshin, the dialogues get super duper long, confusing, and boring. Whereas Epic Conquest 2, it keeps it short, simple, and straight to the point. And yes, you can skip cutscenes. Big respect to that. Now let's talk about how the story goes. Spoiler alert. The game starts with a mysterious dream. You meet a strange girl who seems hurt and dying. And as she was about to make her dying wish, that's when you wake up.
Finally awake.
And that's when we are introduced to our main character, Clarice. She's a Rocky knight, clumsy, loud, muscle brain energy, but super passionate about becoming the strongest knight. And Belle, who seems to be her sister, and damn, she is giving me mommy vibe. But anyway, we are also introduced to a few more characters, and we see Clarice trying to slack off from work, and her friends are calling her out, get back to work, bitch. You start your adventure in the capital city, getting introduced to basic quests and combat areas, where Clarice fight monsters and learn the world's mechanic. During her first mission, she had to defeat some bogus that were trying to steal from this poor guy's farm. And after she's done with this, as she was making her way to the knight's hall to make a report, that's when she meets Nina, a shopkeeper who runs an alchemy shop. She was in the middle of the street, asking for help from the knights to help rescue her eldest sister because she went on the forest all alone to gather some materials. The forest was very dangerous, and therefore she was pleading help to the knights, but no one seems to respond, except Clarice, who was kind enough to do so even if it will lead her to trouble later. Therefore Clarice traveled out into the Sail Plain, fought some bogus, and gathered materials on her way. And that's when she finally meets Jessie, which was the elder sister. And it turns out Jessie is a skilled blacksmith who claims to be the capital's best blacksmith. Clarice finds Jesse in an area where a great boar is causing trouble, which is the game's first boss fight. And so she helped Jesse defeat the great boar so Jesse can gather its tusk for material, and after this, Jesse became an important NPC who can craft and enhance and upgrade Clarice's equipment. And from there, the story just keeps getting better. And I highly recommend you to play this game in order to see the rest of the story. Now let's talk about the next point, and that is the gameplay. The overall gameplay is actually quite fun. Like I mentioned, it's an open world game in which you can explore, loot some treasures, chests, and do some fishing. Get materials, equipment, and also craft swords, armor, and equipment. And also doing some side quests, blah blah blah, you know, the typical RPG stuff. And it's overall simple. I've got to mention that it's a free-to-play game, and it also has some skin, which is cool, I guess, and I really like the maid outfit. So anyway, since there's no gacha system to get characters, therefore there's only a few characters in which you can get all of them, although leveling them up will take sometimes an effort, but having few characters is what I prefer than having so many characters and having to learn all their skills, and you know, it's just too much work for me. So I rather have it simple. Now the only downside about this game is that it still has some glitches here and there, but it won't really affect the game too much. And grinding this game is quite difficult and also quite slow, so you might have to spend some money, but if you have the patience, then you can still complete the game without spending a single dime. Now the next point that I want to mention is that they even showcase fan art from players on the loading screen. In the game, there is this gallery in the login screen where you can choose some fan art and display them during loading screen. Instead of a boring black screen with small Clarice running, you have some cool fan art, and it shows how much the developer cares about their own fan. And even though if the developers are only a few of them, if not mistaken, just 4 of them, yet they work so hard to make the game available to all low-end devices, and overall they complete the game story. And yes, the ending is what we all want to see in any story. So before I conclude about this video, I know what I'm talking about so far doesn't seem like a valid point to some of you, but honestly, no matter what you're going to say, the fact that I had way more fun playing this game rather than Genshin Impact is not gonna change. I just want a game that is worth both my time and money, and Epic Conquest 2 seems to do exactly just that. So yeah, if you have a low-end device and you just want to enjoy a simple anime RPG with smooth performance and a good combat and a good story, then you should definitely check out Epic Conquest 2. I highly recommend you do that. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and be sure to comment on your favorite anime or games, especially Android games that deserve more attention, or in other words, underrated. Maybe I'll cover them in the next video. See you guys in the next one.